I want to know you. I want to know you. So feel free to come in the comments. Let me be the first to say that I'm Vita and I am the host here on this live today. And I hope that you're well. I really do. I hope that you also had a good day, regardless of what your day looked like. If you made it until the end of your day, in my estimation, you've had a good day. Mm. It was just something on my mind, having to wait for things, having to understand why we are waiting for certain things in life. So it's like, what are you waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Those are some questions that I'm thinking about right now. All right. What's up, the motivational minister? Sure, you scared me. I was trying to put the question in the poll, and I was just reminding myself whenever I get back home, I always think about some of the things that I did during the day. And one thing I did today, because we were having a staff luncheon, because I was told that, okay, everybody else is ordering this, but because you're being so different and so picky, that you're going to get your order separate because you're not going to eat what everybody else is ordering. So we get to the time where we're supposed to eat. And then we were told, okay, everybody just get in line and then we're going to be served. So I thought to myself, where's my food? And so my mind just kept going on this cycle of, where's my food? Because that's not what I was given. That's not the instructions that I was given. And then it just made me reflect. It really made me reflect. Hey, JG, sometimes we have to wait. And a lot of times we have to wait. What we think we need to know, we don't always get it at the time that we think that we should get it. So I got in the line with my empty plate, as we're about to be served by our wonderful staff members who usually do that part. And then all of a sudden I heard, Vita, your food is in the kitchen. And then a big sigh of relief went, okay, because I was about to start tripping. Because when I saw what they were eating, in my mind, I was reminded, I know I'm not going to eat that because I don't eat that. And I was like, I am hungry. And my mind just kept going. Sometimes we have to wait until the time we should get the information that we are waiting on, or until we get that thing. And it's so ironic that I get home, I listen to the motivational minister as I often do while I'm in the shower. And then he was talking about what he was talking about. You got to check out that video today. Got to check it out. Yeah. But anyway, nevertheless, that's what came to my mind, that I was not waiting. Because if someone gives you information and they tell you something, then you're expecting it, right? But the only thing is, we don't always get it delivered in the time that we would like it to be delivered in. And that's something I'm still working on. Good Lord knows I'm still working on that. Learning to wait. Learning to wait. And I don't know about you, but that's definitely something that I'm working on. Learning to wait. Because if I had just waited 3 minutes, I would say, I would have heard the Vita, your food is in the kitchen. Instead of suddenly beginning to think, where's my food? Where's my food? My food is not here. Where's my food? Where's my food? My food is not here. Yeah. And it sounds like I left my phone in the bathroom, of which I don't want to get back up and go get it. But that definitely was a lesson for me today. Yeah, it was. Not to mention, you basically extended the study from yesterday because now you're talking about the winging it again today. I say an expanded lesson. And then I'm thinking to myself, why is Billy Miller talking about me? Like, why is he talking about me? Because I know I'm the queen of winging it in some situations, and it's so important to be prepared. Just because you may have skills with a certain type of thing, whether in the kitchen or whether wherever you are in life, doesn't mean that you don't make preparation. Yep, and go get this phone. That hit home in many, 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 many ways. And then that just went. Yep, and then after I was reprocessing, as I often do. I always think about the things that I've done or said when I get home. I get home and I realize as I start to go back over my day, and that was definitely one thing that stood out to me about that waiting. Sometimes we gotta wait, 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 wait. Not always being in a haste. Mm-hmm. No problemo. Hey, Leon, how are you? Do 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 do. And Jay, you come in laughing. How are you doing? Oh no, you always think I'm trying to be funny. 'Cause I was not trying to be funny. I was telling you about what happened to me. So, but nevertheless, my food was exactly what I wanted: a chicken salad. No, not chicken salad. A chicken sandwich in a salad. And then those people were eating from Sonny's. I don't know if you guys have Sonny's where you are, but Sonny's is a barbecue place. Of which the last time we ordered it, this lady did not like any of that food. My arm is hurting. I've got ice on it. Got my trusty ice pack on it. It's hurting. Like I was trying to explain, my arm, I injured my arm. And according to one orthopedic surgeon that wanted to go into my arm like immediately and make corrections or repairs. But anyway, it's hurting. It's not hurting as bad as it was yesterday morning, but it's definitely hurting. Definitely hurting. And I really couldn't do much of anything. I really can't like lift my arm up or anything. Nothing major. I can like wiggle my fingers around, but to actually do something is a big no. A big, big no. But yet, I'm still waiting on those people to call me. They claim that they're supposed to call me within 1 to 2 days, so that means they should be calling me by tomorrow. Needless to say, the cardiologist people have not called me at all. But I'm not exactly worried about that right now because the good Lord is going to deliver me from those drugs. I just got to do what I'm supposed to do. Get my diet where it's supposed to be and drink water, exercise, those two things. I think if I get those into a big regimen and a habit like I'm supposed to, I'll feel a whole lot better. I will feel better. How was your day? Was it another hot day? Did you guys get rain in North Carolina? The biggest takeaway I got about waiting is that it doesn't mean cop a squat, but be like a wait, like a waitress, serve, provide service. The good news is God will be the one leaving the tip. I hear that. So is that like saying wait with expectation? I don't do that because if I do that, I know how I'm going to be. And I'm going to be up. And I don't want to be up. I don't even remember what I put in. Oh, bro. Yeah, it's been looking like that here too. And I'm just ready for it to rain for the rest of the week because I do not want to go outside. It's a bad thought, but my body needs to recuperate. Or so meaning don't become idle. Don't become idle while you're waiting, of course. Don't become idle while you're waiting. That is so true. All right. What? All right. My supervisor's in my time card. Let me leave it alone. Nothing don't become idle while no more so meaning don't become idle while you're waiting. Are people getting sick around you in your area? It's always seeming like a trend, not really a trend, but a what is the right word? People are not getting sick around where you are. Well, in my neck of the woods, people are getting sick. A lot of runny noses and a lot of coughing. Some bad coughs are coming back again. So I just wondered if that infectious bug was in your area. Gabby Moreno, hi. I wasn't aiming at the expectation part, but expectation is a faith word. So I'm always expecting. Yep, just like I was expecting my food. But what I wasn't expecting is that my food was in another room. And I saw everyone else's food visible. And so it was like my food was invisible. Don't hide a hungry lady's food. Like, don't do that. I need to start back wearing my mask because, like, right now, I'm even feeling like I'm catching something. And they have no regard. They'll just cough because they're still learning all these, social skills and these manners and whatnot. And they just go, right in your face. Yeah. But it's definitely an increase right now around here. And I saw some people at church wearing masks too. But certain people always wear masks on. I don't know what their situations are, but I do notice that there are several people that will not come in without putting the mask on out of everybody else. Oh, wow. Yep. False expectations. I try to be realistic. Every now and then, my presumptions may take control depending on what area of my life it's in. But even so, in that, I try not to presume things or assume. Neither to presume or assume. Because you get yourself in trouble. My little kid's dirty. I would make a comment, but I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to say a word. Gabby Moreno, how are you doing? I got to turn my laptop on and go back and look for that additional moderator that I'm not sure where in the world they come from or who they are. Got to get that out of there. It'll be just my luck that they don't come back in. They what you call it? They kind of creep in when you least expect it. Least expected. You know how it is. I get home and I feel too tired to eat, and that's not a good thing. And then I've been eating late, but I had to take my shower and lay down because owie, owie, owie. I actually have a shirt that my wife helped make called "Live Life Expecting." A lot of people have bought it. Yep, live life expecting. But just like you also said that you got to be making that preparation. That you can expect a lot of things, but when there's no preparation in the background, not much is going to happen. The reality of your expectation will only be as great as the preparation behind it. That's what I think. Anyway. And I keep looking at these clothes that I bought behind here. They were supposed to be hand washed, especially that black sweater that I'm preparing to take with me somewhere. But yet it's still hanging on the back of the door with a tag on it, expecting to wash it, and I haven't. Oh yeah, back to false expectation. Yep, false expectation. Did you work today, Mr. Billy? Mr. Billy Miller? Did you work today? Because your schedule is interesting. I don't know. I don't think I ever would want to go back to work on the weekend unless I absolutely had to. Then again, it's nice to be off on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or something too. You get those days. Oh yeah. We define the terms, or we should define the terms. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Mm-hmm. Let me see who voted in here, even though it's a loaded question. I didn't mean to put it in a yes and no mode. But anyway, thank you for answering. You know, I've seen people on. What are you putting your hoodie on for? I've seen people lose loved ones publicly on TV. And I've also seen people in my neighborhood lose loved ones. And there are some things that we can't plan for, we can't prepare for. And I watched the person that I know rationalize the loss of their loved one, experiencing the hurt and the pain of losing their loved one, and at the same time and in the same whirlwind of emotions, you got to deal with family negativity, family bad vibes that pop up during those times of grief and loss. And it just brings me back to a point like, when are we going to start mending things in relationships, whether it's family, whether it's work family, whether it's church family, if you're in the lodge, fraternity, sorority, whatever, legions, whatever you call these things. It's like the world we're living in. It's something. No, for me, I just don't like seeing people in pain like that at all. And then on top of that, your family is not helping at a time where everyone should be coming together, but then a lot of the time, a lot of families are just not coming together. Expecting love, expecting harmony, expecting support, but what you're getting is like the total opposite. And that brings stress, it brings anxiety. That's what the person said. I said, "How are you?" Their response was anxiety, anxiety, and more anxiety. I had to say, one day things must get better. And just like I tell you, I tell myself, always keep relationships healthy. Do what you can to keep the relationships in your life healthy. Yeah. And you got to make preparations for that too. What's up, Keith? I'm doing okay. How are you? What you putting the hoodie on for? It's cold up there, JG? Or you just want to put a hoodie on? And this ice pack has like a minimum time. It's chilly. You guys have a cold front? Does that mean we're about to get a cold front too? I really didn't look at the weather that much because it keeps changing so much. It keeps changing, changing. Every time you think that it's going to be one thing, then it changes. Because the rain hasn't really gotten here yet. I guess you're sitting outside? Williamsburg, Virginia, we got a baseball game. Okay, Keith, are you? I guess you're at the game. Is it cold where you are, Keith? You just gave me a nugget. If you take expectation out of the waiting, you won't be waiting long. One of the definitions to hope is an expected end. Without it, explains Proverbs 13, verse 12. Hmm. You won't be waiting long. All right, then you take care. The motivational minister. Oh, it's nice today. Okay. You're out at a game. You're out at a game because you got family playing, or you're playing, or you just watching the game. think it's time to take some more pain pills. I didn't haven't taken any since what time it was. I took them this morning. I think it was 5:30. Yeah, so I think I did good. Proverbs 13:12 is the verse that says, "Hope deferred makes the heart sick." Wow. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. Yeah, you chew on that too. Trying to think about what I'm gonna chew on in the kitchen. But I ate late. And by the time we actually ate, it was kind of late. It's like I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. Oh, okay, I got you. But I meant literally that I'm about to go chew on something in the kitchen. Because I haven't had dinner. I just took a shower and just laid down and decided to come in and check on my people. Check on my people. Hmm. No problem. I know you got a action-packed schedule. Right now, I'm just on the mend trying to keep this arm steady so I can hopefully make the last 2 days of this week. That's the goal. Yes, I'm trying to freeze this pain in my arm. But I got my small ice pack, which means that this ice pack is gone from cold to hot. Actually, it's gone from cold to hot like in the right amount of time because it's supposed to be like 10 to 15 minutes. You shouldn't hold ice packs on your body that long because it can actually create problems. So it's actually cooled down in the right amount of time. And my arm is really sore. Mm-hmm. And Mr. JG, are you planning to eat super late tonight? Or are you eating early? I think I'm just going to eat some fruit. Yesterday I finished all the blueberries. Then I'm going to make my strawberries today. Oh, okay, so you're a high school student. Well, I ate them. It was only like a one serving type thing. And then some of them were not. You like the, I don't know if you know what those Japanese plums are, but if they stay on the tree for a long time. Well, somebody brought them for me to eat them. And then that night I didn't eat a lot. And then when I got hungry, I just got up and ate some fruit. But those plums, just like a lot of plums, they wither like how raisins, become raisins after they're drying up. Those plums are basically becoming like raisins. They were beginning to shrink, and so I ate them. But they were really sweet though. They were really sweet. I would prefer not to have them in the drying up phase, but either or, they were still sweet. Because when a fruit begins to dry, the sweetness in there it gets more potent and concentrated. So they were really juicy and they were still juicy and sweet, but it's just that they were getting a little wrinkly. So I just went ahead and ate them before something else happened and I couldn't eat them. And then they would have been like dried fruit. Dried fruit is like an acquired taste. I never forget the first time I tried dried tomatoes, and I still don't like dried tomatoes. Now I can eat a lot of dried fruit, and I've had some dried veggies, but dried tomatoes is like something I'm not sure about that yet. And these were like the dried ripe vine ripe tomatoes, but it was just like no, thank you. Mm-mm. Have you ever had dried tomatoes? I think I was in Michigan at the time when I tried those dried tomatoes, and I was like, wow, 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 wow. Like, no, thank you. That balloon right there, this one, those balloons, like, they never pop unless you pop them, however they're made. You talking about my balloons that are up there? Those balloons, yeah, they're still up there. God is keeping them special. But that balloon's not going nowhere. That's my special balloon. My Happy Valentine's Day balloon. I got that balloon in 2023, I think. And it's still just right there in my special blue cup. Somehow I lost the top to that somewhere in the process of moving. And I have the bottle but not the top. So I made it into a vase. Unlimited air. Hey, you're so funny. You know these kind of balloons, they never pop unless you pop them. That's not like a regular balloon. I don't know how they make those, but they just never get soft. I've had one. I had one until I just decided to pop it. Oh, y'all trying to make jokes. Even the one I blew up, and when I did finally talk about what they were, one was for mommy, one was for my daughter, and one was for me. So when we all came together when my daughter was here, then I just blew everybody up a balloon. But they were on a centerpiece thing that I made. But then I just kept them because it's just a good memory. Because three generations are not always at the same table at the same time. And yep, that's how love should live long, like those balloons. Let that sink in. And chew on that for a minute. Love should last longer than those balloons, but that's a very good example that they're still standing. We're still standing. Yep. And besides, balloons make me think of happy things, happy moments, happy occasions. They actually like set the table at work today, which we haven't done. Actually, I don't think we've, actually, you know what? I don't think we've ever actually set the table since I've been at that company. And they actually decided to set the table in honor of our teacher's appreciation dinner today. Set the table. I mean, it was a work related setting, but nevertheless, it was set. Love is an emotion. You know, everybody's got their opinion about that. You sure about that? Somebody told me that love was a principle. I've heard that love was a lot of things, but you're saying that love is an emotion. But then some people say don't act on your emotions. So which one is it? Are you acting on principle? Are you acting on a feeling? Or are you acting on compassion? Hmm. Love is an emotion. Hmm. When I tell you this shoulder is a burning, it's a burning. And the day is ending. What time is it? 5:37. 2 whole days, and no one has called me back about my medicine to confirm whether or not I should keep it as it is or it will be adjusted. I'm just grateful that I'm feeling better, and I'm going to let them worry about their poor communication with their patients. That's why I've been using Teledoc. These Some of these people. All right, let's see. I don't want to fall asleep, but at the same time, I don't want to get up because when I get up, I feel like a one-handed bandit. I can't really do anything with my hand. I can do very little support to get something done with my right hand. And then in the meantime, I'm elevating the pain level. And look who's calling. The people I was just talking about. Hold on a second. They must have heard me talking. Like I was just saying, sometimes you gotta wait. Sometimes you gotta what? Wait. You can't make this up, God. I thank you. Sometimes you gotta wait a little bit longer. Sometimes when you think it's supposed to arrive, it don't arrive. My. And that's a word. Wait. I was just talking about the people. And I'm thinking that maybe they're gone home, but nope, they're still burning the candle on two ends. It's 5:39, 5:40. My Lord, we shall see. I shall follow instructions given. And the wait I say on the Lord. Yep, ain't that something? Now, only if the fiance would show up, then everything will be in the waiting line. In the waiting line. In the waiting line. Oh, but real, that goes back to what you said about preparation. Without preparation, not much is gonna happen. Yeah. Let me stop. Let me stop. But love, I don't know about love as an emotion. I think love is a lot of things, personally. Just like when you read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, it lays it out. Love is this, that, blah, 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 and it goes on and on and on and on. And when you look at it, I don't think any of that says that it's an emotion. And then I know that I've been in conversations where people say, well, love is a verb. And of course, you know what that means, right? Love produces action. And then my mom was talking about something that they were talking about in their study at church on Saturday. And they got somehow off on a conversation that was saying that love is not love if you're giving someone something that you don't want. And I'm still trying to figure out how did they get down that road with that conversation. And then I said to her after she was telling me what she thought, I was like, well, Mom, I think, because I'm giving people things that I don't want anymore. And I don't see that being a bad thing. Because it wasn't necessarily talking about romantic love, but just talking about the fact that how you can love on other people. But just because I'm giving someone something that I no longer have need for doesn't mean that I don't love them. But somebody in their way of thinking said that if you give somebody something that you no longer need, you don't love that person. I'm like, in my mind, that's a bunch of baloney. That just sounds like somebody who has a different criteria for things. Because everything that I've given to people doesn't necessarily come with a new price tag on it. Doesn't mean that I don't love them. But if I'm sharing with someone who I would like to share with, and if they would like to receive it, like, what's the problem with that? It doesn't mean I don't love them because I didn't go and buy them something brand new out of the store. Yeah, I agree. Love is an action word. But anyway, that's what my mommy, they drifted down that road at their study time on Saturday morning. Because I feel like if somebody gives me something from the heart because they thought about me, like, oh, I was going through my closet and I have this cool dress and I don't want to give it away just to anybody. What do you think about this dress? Do you like it? And I'm like, I like it. I'm going to be ecstatic. I'm going to be excited. But I guess we're all different and we have different upbringings and whatnot. I don't know. That's a tricky one for some people. But who you are is not who the next person is. And it's time that we stop like defining our actions and our ways and our thoughts by other people's. That's why we have to be like uniquely ourselves. But that's just me. That's just me. Hmm. And the frogs are already out there making noise. And it's not even, but they must be announcing the rain because I'm like, the frogs are making noise and it's not even nighttime yet. So, how are you in the background? I tried to get on here early today because my happy hour had to come and go quickly today so I can go to bed tonight. And I got to put North Carolina on my to do list. I went to North Carolina years ago. I went to High Point, North Carolina. Then I went through, I forget the place what we went through, where those military ships were in the water. I know that was, I think, in North, was that Virginia or was it in North Carolina? There's this place where we went where the old army ships or boats or ships or whatever you want to call them are out there. Years ago, a lady gave me a house full of furniture because she bought a new house and a new furniture. And the furniture she gave me was only a couple of years old. That was definitely love. That's what I'm saying. 'Cause especially when you say the fact that she gave it to you, it wasn't like she was trying to put a price tag on it. And I bet you do have a whole testimony on that. That to me is a blessing. But I think that some people, I've been around people who turn their nose up, as we would say, if someone should offer them something that has been gently used. And I think it just goes back to the way people were raised and the influences that they've had on their life, how they respond to different things. You know, definitely, indeed, indeed. And I would say everything is not about money. Because just as those things were just sitting in her house, she wasn't making money off of them while they were sitting in her house. And so when she transitioned to something probably bigger and better, her passing it on to someone who couldn't use it is not really hurting in any kind of way. At least that's how I see it. But the same way it was sitting in your house, it's just going to go and sit in somebody else's house free of charge. Now, I know everything is not about money. I mean, there are times where you know you need to make money, then you do that. But if there's not a need, I'm not, I guess some people say, well, you can always get extra money. Yeah, you can. But if there's not a need, why are you trying to always sell something? I guess I don't have that kind of hustle going on. But I definitely like to know that someone can use something. If they can use it, then they can have it. They can have it. You know what I'm saying? How da da da. I had to learn that song. I think that's a song that's by Kanye West. I can't even think of the title right now. Now it's time for me to put that stinky medicine on. I tried my mom's remedy, but that stuff is like, oh well, I need some drugs on my muscles now. Oh, one of the highs for the fact that my shoulder is not so well. We had 50% of our students today. So that was a good thing for me today, coming back after being off yesterday. And so there's only 4 of the 8 present. And I was happy about that. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, 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 happy. So how are you doing? I saw you come in. Did you close the door? Or are you still there? I'm Vita. Nice to meet you. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back to another live with Veda-Song Bird. But I also would like to invite you to morning prayer time that should begin at 5:30 a.m. There are times when it starts at 5:32 or 5:33. But don't think that I'm not coming. I am coming. I promise you. But sometimes I'm actually on another channel ending that live. And sometimes I just may be sleepy. But nevertheless, I will be there. I'm trying to get rid of being a bit tardy. And so I've been trying to do it better with that one. So if you're not sleeping Eastern Standard Time at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, if you're like me, if you're getting ready to go to work, join me at 5:30 so we can pray together and lift up a positive word before we go out for our day. Fair enough? All right, fair enough. When I tell you that I can't like move my arm up and down like this, like that muscle right there, it's like, ow, 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 ow. I feel like eating a big bowl of watermelon. North Carolina has those yellow watermelons that is common. Now I need to get up and figure out what I'm going to eat. JG, hi, how are you? I need to get up and go. Does do you guys have those yellow watermelons in your area? Are they common? Okay. Well, if you get a chance to taste them, I like them. They do have a slightly different taste than red watermelons, but they are nice. I could do a big bowl of that right now. Big bowl of yellow watermelon. All right, here we go. Figure out what I'm gonna grub on. Oh, ow, ow, ow. I was using this stretchy band that I use for my ice pack. It actually kind of helps hold my shoulder. Pumpkin? No. What pumpkin? Yellow. I said yellow watermelon. What are you talking about? Pumpkin. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna eat some of these spicy boiled peanuts. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I want to eat some spicy boiled peanuts? I need the rain to wash my car. Who's got pumpkin? Now I gotta make my oatmeal for in the morning. If I don't make it now, the morning seems to come so quickly. And I'm not ready. Yeah, the rain washes my car. It's hard to do. Like ever since I injured my shoulder washing my car, I used to wash my car, but it's hard to wash your car with one arm. So I used to take it to the drive-through. But taking your car through the drive-through is like, in a way, sometimes it doesn't even do a good job washing it either. So when it gets really bad, I get somebody to wash it. But if it's not that bad, I let it be. And when the rain, wait, why are you laughing? Because God can wash my car. That's what I was just saying. I use this to hold my muscle right here. Because this muscle right here, this whole area hurts, but especially right here, it hurts like really bad right there. Lately, it's increasing right there. But actually, where my bone, where they're planning to cut my bone, is that where this comes together right here? There's a bone that bumps into this bone, and I can feel it like when it bumps into it, which is very not nice. Not nice at all. So then it make the muscles hurt. You know how when you open up like a chicken wing and you see all that confusion in there, like when the bones are disconnected or whatever in there. That's how my shoulder feels on the inside. I don't know what it looks like on the inside, but that's what it feels like. Like some chicken bones that's all out of. And don't even try to be funny. Like, you gotta be careful what you're saying out of your mouth. But yeah. There's nothing funny about that. I don't have nobody running and volunteering to wash my car. And if they do, they got an ulterior motive. So I'll wash my own car. Why you always have to have an ulterior motive? It's like a sad world that we live in, but that just shows the maturity of some people. The maturity of some people. Alright, I gotta make my oatmeal for in the morning. I had seen it, and then my sister told me she was doing it, and then once if my sister doing it, then I'm gonna start doing it. But I had saw people doing it online. I've been trying to use honey. Trying to use honey instead of sugar. See how that goes. And what happens is just like it soaks it. Keith, I do take it to the car wash sometimes. I get this guy to hand wash it. I pass him like when I go to church, and I pass him when I go to work. And so I try to get him to do it. He's kind of expensive though. And the reason why I say he's kind of expensive because he doesn't really do that great of a job. But because I can't do all that wiping and rubbing and scrubbing by myself, but like he cleans the windows. It's like he didn't quite clean the windows, and that kind of was a little disturbing. Like I paid you what you asked for, and I tipped you, and then you're doing whatever you're doing. Like I always tell people that do something for me, I say if you see me come back, then you know I was all right, and you don't see me come back, that'll tell you. I haven't been back actually, or did I go back? Nope, I haven't been. Wait, did I go back? No, I haven't been back. I told that guy that too at this restaurant. He called himself with Jamaican cuisine or whatever, Caribbean cuisine. And I told him if I come back, that means the food is good. Never went back. That food was not good though. It's not good at all. I'm like, don't advertise Caribbean food and you know that what you're cooking tastes like regular American food. This stuff is like food coloring. These spicy peanuts are, this time for some reason they look like they put a whole bunch of red dye in them. I don't remember them looking so red before. Keith, did you ever answer my question? You keep popping up and disappearing. I think I did ask you, are you a high school student? You said you're at a high school game and you disappeared without answering. Or are you a parent in the stands yelling at the people from the bleachers? Oh, my mama bought a different kind. She bought me the spicy buffalo. I was like, these look red. I bought the other kind, the hot and spicy kind. Ooh, something was weird. These are definitely hotter too. Got that buffalo hot sauce on it. Whew. I was like, why are they so red? Wash all the pepper and salt off. Mother, you cannot eat these, mama. No way. Mother's Day weekend. You got your Mother's Day stuff squared away? Do you have your Mother's Day stuff squared away? Or do you say Mother's Day is just like any other day, you're not doing anything? That stuff is hot. Now that's some serious pepper. The hot and spicy boiled peanuts in that brand is not that hot, but that buffalo, that hot buffalo is whoo, 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 hot, hot, hot. Where is my mommy? Today is Wednesday. I did not take my pills this morning. Oh, I took the wrong day. I took Thursday. Today is not Thursday. I knew something was weird this morning. They told me to not take one pill. Trying to take this pill out of here. They told me not to take my blood pressure for a while to see how I feel. Because my blood pressure's going down. Split. Yeah. Well, you can't eat this because these things are hot. You bought a different kind. The one I get is the hot and spicy. You got this buffalo one. But they're both okay, but this one feels hot.
Here's some better.
Okay. Thank you. These are definitely hot.
They just say hot. They ain't said,
No, but they're two different kinds because I stood there looking at them when I got them from the other Hitchcock.
oh, no, I didn't know about that.
No, it's okay. Thank you. I always wash them off anyway because they have too much salt. I didn't mean to drop you on your head. Mocha did eat, right?
This morning,
You didn't feed her again?
no, because she ate it kind of late.
Okay, Mocha, well, you're on your own, Mocha. Right.
Oh, what time is it?
What time is it? 6:02 p.m. Grenada. Well, good people, the happy hour for me is coming to an end. I've enjoyed meeting you guys again in this wonderful space. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until we meet again, hopefully we'll meet again at morning prayer time at 5:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. But if not, I hope to see you about this time again tomorrow. Actually, I got on a bit earlier. Usually I'm on about this time, but I got on about an hour earlier today because I'm needing to rest my body. Later for you too, Mr. JG. Get you some rest so we can do it all over again in the morning. I gotta go take me some drugs and cause this pain to go away. Until next time, be good to yourself and always remember that you are phenomenally special. That's right. Bye for now.